Stay nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Little dream of
We're surrounded! We have to hold this line!
We came from all over the world. So many of us thinking this world would be our rite of passage, our great adventure. Let me tell you, it was no adventure. killing machines, like the tank, changed the shape of the war overnight. Luckily, they were mostly on our side. Mostly.
Our boys in the jet overrun! We need to push through! PBI are counting on us! Use the embassy! Sweep the ground! Keep going, driver! That's our flying boys up there! Keep your eyes on the ground, son! They're moving in from the trenches! Use that machine gun! Mow them down! We've got them on the run! Push on! Forward! To Canaan's country! We'll chase Fritz all the way back to Berlin! Welcome to Report! We're just a big fat target for that thing! Move, driver! Go around! If you get a clear shot on that blasted field gun, you take it! Hold on! We're pushing through! Left stop! Good job! Let's open a path for our lads! Move up with the rest of the armor! Stay focused, men! Push on, damn it! We're almost through! Fire at anything that moves! We're gonna make it! Incoming!
Instead of adventure, we found fear. And in war, the only true equalizer is death. they push, we push. Every once in a while, we push hard enough that the light breaks through the clouds, and a world beyond the war glimmers, just out of reach. The war is the world, and the world is the war. But behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people. We are the jaded, and we are the naive. We are the honorable and the criminal. We are the bound for legend and the lost to history. We are the knights of the sky, the ghosts in the desert, and the rats in the mud. These are our stories.
Hey, what is up, guys? It is me, Exedite Gaming, here with another video of Battlefield 1. And as you can see, I am playing Campaign War Stories, and obviously what you just saw there was actually what the hell went on during World War I. So now we got Daniel Edwards, Missions Through Mud and Blood, takes place in Cambrai. Then you got Clyde Blackburn, an American Air Force pilot who lied and cheated his way half across the Western Front in the air raids on the British town of England called the Amiens. Then you have Avanti Savoia, Luca Catrola Vincenzo, an Arditi Mountaineer unit, Juggernaut. What you can also say is that pretty much back then they did have some armor, but not as good as the ones that we have today. Then you got Frederick Bishop, the runner, an Australian, or I guess you could say United Kingdom, or whatever you want to call it. Let's just say he was from Australia and ended up becoming a runner off of the Dreadnought fleets of Gallipoli. And then you got Zara Gufran, and Mesopotamian Middle Eastern rebel that was against the Ottoman Empire during their uprising, and even when they ended up coming up with the armored train as well, which they call it today the Iron Caravan. It is actually mounted with machine guns, AA turrets, mortars, and even a Firestorm artillery cannon on it. Here is a Harlem Hellfighter. I don't know the name. I'm going to assume that it's not Shelby Westbrook. He was in Rich Air Force Chugusky, but God knows what. So right here, you got all these events. Daniel Edwards, an American tank driver, that ended up going into the town of Cambrai with Mark V as well, mounted with field gun cannons and machine guns, and even rear and front position of machine guns. Then you get the Dreadnought Armada, also pretty much a giant navy boat that is pretty badass and looks almost like Titanic. Here, the invention for Avanti Savoia made by the Germans was the fortress gun. Basically, it was two Mark V cannons on it, mounted onto a giant metal-like mole popping. So right here we're gonna go with let's go Avanti Savoia.
Everyone was affected by the war.
I like this mission. This one actually takes place on the Alpine mountain range of northern Italy, Dolomites. Italy, fall 1918. Italy and Austria-Hungary are deadlocked among the Alps. Braced by snow-capped mountains, neither side can find a way to dislodge their enemy. Regular forces dig in and reinforce their positions. Meanwhile, an elite mountaineer regiment prepares for an unorthodox assault. The unit is specialized in high-risk tactics. They are called the Arditi. The Arditi motto: Ola Vittoria o tutti campati. We either win or we all die. let me just tell you this, guys. These people in this game, including Lawrence of Arabia and Nothing Is Written with Zara Gafran, these guys are real people.
You up there?
But also, for those of you who watch Warner Bros. Studios movies, I'm going to tell you how that ended up coming to be. Turns out that there was actually an Austrian
Yes.
guy named Jack Werner who ended up leaving Austria before
very handsome in
the
that
Great War
uniform.
started.
That's
So
not
he
me,
came to
that's-
America to be a movie star,
Oh,
but
of
ended up
course.
failing at that.
I'm sorry, Dad.
But
Take
he lived
as
a
long as
long
you need.
and lucky
No,
life
it's okay,
because he
Tesoro.
technically died twice and lived
Time I
twice.
told you what happened to him.
But also, let's not forget that he's also the father
during
and creator
our
of
last
Warner
battle
Bros.
together.
Studios, which is actually the
Just a few
things
days
that we always
after
watch
our
today,
21st birthday.
especially for our Looney Tunes and crap like that.
My brother's battalion.
I'm just gonna say, I
had
hope you
been
guys enjoyed this
ordered to
video.
capture
Please subscribe to my
fort
channel,
and
Exit a Game, and
enemy
anything
territory.
like I will get to you guys in the next
I
video.
wasn't
Leave
gonna
comments
lose
below, leave
I was
likes as
part of a
well,
special
and
unit
also
with a different
leave
mission.
questions on the side as well for live broadcasts and streams as well.
task was
Right
to
here, you are
support
now
my
seeing the
dad's
armor made by the
We
Italians
were a proud unit.
for the RDT unit.
We
Now you are
changed
looking
all
at
for Italy.
the old-fashioned
The RDT.
M60A4. Right here we have a perfect example right here, or a perfect product body for them, the barrel on it of the what was the question? I'm asking questions. I remember. Because right now, what I'm basically holding is a mounted
Juan Mateo was
machine
pushing
gun
forward. I
that
had to fight up
can
the
be
mountain
placed
take out
and
anything targeting his
is
unit.
also able to not be
Sorry,
placed
makes me worry
on
for
ground,
you.
and pretty much it's called the Gatling
In
gun.
a full suit of armor.
But it actually has a
Besides,
cooling
they had
system on it.
volunteers. We would have done anything for Italy.
So right now we're on the Alpine
A
Mountain
church was
Range,
sitting at the
and
base of the path.
let's
New
just
troops had
say
fortified it.
war stories
They had
is
to fight
going
them
on right now.
first.
All hell breaks loose. Back then, the Germans had flamethrowers and also anti-tank soldiers, and let's also not forget these big guys right here, and even the Juggernauts, which are pretty much the RDP unit, but the Germans have different armor and ways of it. Well, let me just tell you this, guys. What you are now seeing is actually history. You may not be learning this in school, but I have US2. I know half this crap, man.
All that was left after
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
the church would be ours.
Holy crap. What are the chances? What are the chances of surviving at 1 health right there? Oh, my God. You're dead. Dude, you lost both your kids, my friend. You're done. Right here, he has an eye guard right here, which are basically metal-like shades, but end up protecting your eyes from getting shot. The one thing is, they have one flaw, and that's actually from letting the gas. Back then, the Germans would actually gas their opponents or their oncoming enemies out of the trenches and then shoot them with the guns.
There was an artillery gun that was shelling us and Mateo's unit. I had to destroy it.
This is a lie. It's
He
not
was
an
still
artillery gun.
heading to the
It is this.
Right.
Actually, no. I guess you could say it's an artillery gun, but they called it the fortress gun back then. But yeah, I mean, he's right and wrong at the same time, you know. Alright, what do we got here?
Ci vediamo in cima!
Okay.
Non restiamo tutti uniti, maledizione!
I got you, my guy. I got you. I got you. You're all going home in one piece today. Y'all going home in one piece. I'm telling you, man. You die on me, don't dare. Don't you dare die. Get you back to your wives, man. We're gonna get laid and we're gonna get paid, man.
Matteo and the entire Italian offensive was in danger as long as that artillery gun remained. So I had to take it down.
But honestly, guys, if you kind of think about it, back then, I don't know how true this is or how false this is, but as I'm a 16-year-old like me, I do know for a fact that Mussolini was actually on Hitler's side back then. I just don't know if the Italians ended, like once the Italian General Mussolini was killed. I don't know if Italy came on our side and came up with our duties then, but I don't know honestly how truthful and how fake this is right here. I don't know if this is fiction or real. Oh my god. Yo, this is practically... If you guys ever played Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and got the Tank Dempsey gun, this is basically what I'm using right now. I'm gonna die. Why no, I'm not. I'm gonna live, because I never die. Oh guys, I gotta start making merchandise as well to get you guys as well. Who's ever supporting me the most is gonna get a really good discount on it. So I don't know when I'm gonna get started on it. I just gotta find out how it works and like what application I gotta use for it.
Was to blow up the gun itself.
Oh my god, I need to find these codex files. Oh wait, no, I got all of them. I got all 5. I just need to... Wait, what? Oh no, I gotta get one more. Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow stuff up and they don't turn around. Oh, whoa, whoa. Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow stuff up and they say, I'm done. America, F yeah. Italy, F yeah. What you gonna do when they come for you, yeah?
But there was no rest. I could see an anti-aircraft gun over the next ridge that was taking out our planes. And that was my next target. The gun was manned by Austro-Hungarian troops. I had to remove them before I could use the gun myself.
And I'm also going to tell you guys the cause of World War I and what led to it was the assassination of Austrian Duke Franz Ferdinand. And a Serbian actually ended up killing him and wanted to reunite all Serbians, so that's why World War I started. And the fighting began, I think, in Belgium or something.
I take down the last man, but then I hear a noise that I will never forget.
Another thing, the bombers and the aircraft guns, aircraft turrets right here, as you can see, are based. It's a machine gun cannon with the same design, but a different mechanism, control and way of the LMG that I just had. And let's just say, in order to turn right, you'd have to spin the wheel right.
We had no reinforcements. If those men were killed, the guns would be completely halted, and I would have lost Matteo. After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had to stand my ground.
Last one. One more. One more. That's it.
Were you still safe?
Now, right here, the fighters are actually the small double-gunned one, the little planes. The attack ones are basically like almost it's like half the span of the bomber, but it could drop some bombs, and also it has guns on it, a rear and a front. The bomber itself has a main driver and a rear and a front gun. And also the bombers back then could drop torpedo bombs, which would be able to go into the water and then sink a Navy ship, just like the Japanese used on us in Pearl Harbor. Also, there were incendiary bombs that were dropped and also could burn people, which is why they call them incendiaries. Then you have the barrage, which is actually just a bunch of bombs that just sticks in the ground and just blows up like a landmine. So right now we are actually on one of the multiplayer maps called
When I got up, I thought I had died and gone to hell.
I had it on top of my head.
They blew up the mountain.
Crap!
They buried us.
I just lost
They
it.
buried themselves.
No, the first one where the Harlem Hellfighters and Storm of Steel is called either St. Quentin Scar or No Man's Land.
So I went down into that hell. It was my only choice.
Right there is actually the outpost, or the fortress that you want to call it. Right now I'm using a double magazined light machine gun. You wanna go, tough guy? You're not gonna see your family.
I started with the first thing that came through the fog. There were allies pinned inside lodges. I needed to save them.
And also over the weekend, if I do go fishing for striped bass on Sunday, which may or may not happen this weekend, I will also record a video of that. I won't be editing it because I'll be waking up at like 5 in the morning to go for the striped bass, which are hard as hell to fight. I'm going to be going to Sandy Hook. I will let you guys know how it goes. I'll leave them a description below and show you what it's like to actually go for them. But I don't know because I never got. I only got for fluke.
We could hear them before we saw them. Armored vehicles coming from the enemy fort.
But you didn't have your equipment anymore.
There were crates of enemy weapons in the lodges that we scavenged and prepared ourselves with. Through sheer force of will, we took out their firepower. The lodges were safe, and I had to move on.
You never said, was Mateo in those lodges?
No. The men said his unit had made it further up.
Right here we have the M1909 Bennett Mercedes Stern machine gun, which actually has a bipod built on it, and also can be used to take out enemies that are incoming right to your trench, and also is able to pretty much do anything damage to it. Only thing is, there were special bullets back then that could go through the tanks and put damage on them. And basically the mag is actually going through the gun on the top, as you can see when I do this. It's basically like a little N-gauge or train set track, and it actually ends up having the bullets on the bottom instead on the top. I mean, that's what I think of it because of the view, but I don't know if it's like that for sure.
Every part of me wanted to get out of the trenches. When I could hear Italian yelling, I knew my friends were trapped. Everywhere I looked, too late. I felt alone among ghosts. After a while, I couldn't even look at the bodies. We had to have made it to the fort.
He made it, but he didn't
Some of the
make
things I
it
saw
in time
this
to
horror.
get out of there.
I had to convince myself I wasn't dead. Fire.
And also the weak spots on the flamethrower is actually the fuel container on the back of it.
There were two ways into the fort. I could either go through the underground tunnels or above ground by circling around the back.
Not through the front?
I no longer had my armor. It was impossible.
Yeah, it's stupid. You took it off. Oh crap. Damn it! Aww. World War I never happened in 1897. It's very inaccurate.
There were two ways into the fort. I could either go through the underground tunnels or above ground by circling around the back.
Not through the front?
So obviously, guys, it is 8:08 p.m. right where I'm at. So I'm gonna cut the video here. Thank you guys for being so supportive and watching. Leave comments below, and I'll keep in touch. Also, get you guys a lot of feedback as well. Leave likes as well, and also subscribe to my channel, Exotic Gamer, Anthony Soika, and I'll get you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching.